Hello, my name is Ziyi Wang, and today I will be discussing the environmental concern of Mbeubeuss landfill in Dakar, Senegal. To provide a brief overview of what will be discussed in this presentation, I will first provide the purpose and objective, including the context of Mbeubeuss landfill. Next, I will go over a map of the urban community of Dakar and the landfill, discussing the mobility rates in this region. Then I will discuss the waste components of Mbeubeuss landfill, following by air quality, air and soils contamination, and food safety concerns impacted by the landfill. The Mbeubeuss landfill was an open-air landfill outskirts of the urban zone, set up in 1968 to collect 475,000 tons of domestic and industrial waste from the city of Dakar every year. It covers a total land surface area of 175 hectares and presents risk of contaminating the environment, with potential impacts on health for both humans and animals. The purpose of this presentation is to demonstrate evidence-based environmental and health concerns for Mbeubeuss landfill, also provide recommendations and solid waste management in Senegal. As shown on the map, the landfill is located close to the sea, inside areas of Gideaway and Peking. Peking is a semi-rural area, while Gideaway is more urban. Peking has the largest number of households and has the sad privilege of having the highest rate of mobility, which is about 62%, while the main rate of the car is about 30.4%. Same mobility rate was found in Gideaway. This could be explained by the closer distance between landfill in these two areas. Environmental chemical exposure could be an important reason when explaining this high mobility rate. The breakdown of this waste has been found to be 45% of fine waste, 20% of organic waste which produce methane in an anaerobic environment, 8% of plastic, 7.3% of papers and cardboard, and 2.7% of metals. These wastes also contain heavy metal, mainly due to their prior use in industrial production, such as batteries, ink, and electronic components, or in various types of packaging, such as cans, juice or milk box, and plastics. The components of Mbeubeuss landfill raise huge concern on air quality. According to the air quality reports, the annual average PM10 concentration in Dakar was above 139 microgram per cubic meters from 2010 to 2017, which was very much higher than the WHO standard. And the annual mean PM2.5 concentration in Dakar also remained higher than the WHO standard for PM2.5, which is 10 microgram per cubic meters. The metal levels in soil and air sample near the Mbeubeuss landfill were also examined. The control site is about 3.5 kilometers far from the landfill. This site was chosen to be far enough from the landfill for not being under its pollution influence. Each metal was found at a higher level in the exposed site versus the control site. Specifically, lead was detected 70-fold higher in soil sample and 80-fold higher in air sample in Mbeubeuss landfill compared with the control site. Exposure to lead has been proved to be associated with a number of serious adverse effects involving the nervous system, blood-forming organs, lungs, and kidney. Lead is also one of the most prevalent and nephrotoxic metal to humans. Surrounding population who are living or working on site are at higher risk of those negative health outcomes. There's also huge concern on food safety near the landfill. Chicken eggs were chosen because they are a common food item. Their fat content makes them appropriate for monitoring chemicals such as POPs that dissolve in fat, and eggs are a powerful symbol of new life. Evidence show that the dioxin level in the egg sample near the landfill were more than 11 times higher than the existing European Union limits for these chemicals. The PCB level in eggs were more than 1.7 times higher than the EU limit for PCB in eggs. The total WHO toxic equivalence level exceeds the EU limits for egg by more than 7-fold. In conclusion, as a result from the proximity with the Mbeubeuss landfill, The air, waters, and soils are heavily polluted, making the food and meat poultry grow there not appropriate for consumption. Environmental studies should continue the close monitoring of hazardous chemicals. Also, the epidemiological studies should focus more on health impacts from landfill pollution. Because non-sorting of waste is the major problem, environmental education could be intensified. Speakers of the local language could be assigned to educate those who do not understand the language spoken in the media. This will create a consciousness about the use of better waste management practice in neighborhoods. A better follow-up on the tax for the collection of household waste could also be implemented. Instituting the polluter-payer principle compels the industrial to cover the cost of their waste disposal, which can improve the waste management system in Senegal. Finally, aspects such as waste treatment before disposal, separate landfill for hazardous waste and inert waste, provide protected kits such as masks and gloves for workers can be introduced in the national laws and sanctions in order to protect the environment and health for surrounding population. Here are the references. Thank you for listening.